What's up guys, my name is Smart, welcome back to another video, and here back for my F1 2019 career mode episode 6, and today is the Spanish Grand Prix. If you haven't watched the previous episode, that was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, I highly recommend to go check it out. A full action pack race, and spoiler alert, it was a very good one for us. But today we're going to focus at Barcelona, where we start the European phase of the championship, and we bring two upgrades for our Toro Rosso. That is for the front downforce on the aero department, and another one from the reliability for the internal combustion engine to reduce the wear. If you don't know of the last episode, we suffered some wear on the internal combustion engine of our car, so, and this on the engine is not the most reliable, so I decided to invest a little bit more on the durability department. So in terms of a performance graphic, Alfa Romeo got a little bit closer to us. I think they brought a major upgrade, and as well for Williams, that are starting to climb through the field, but they have a long way to go, and some changes in terms of the midfield, a lot of changes as you can see on the graphic. But we brought a minor upgrade, and Alfa Romeo brought a major one, I believe. So, and Mercedes pulled away of Ferrari and Red Bull. So are we going to see another Mercedes dominance on season 1? I hope not, because I would like to see a real championship fight. But now we are on the practice, and I don't know if you guys noticed, there's something new on our car. That is a new helmet. So this is my brand new helmet. You're going to see in every episode of career mode, and basically in every video that I'm going to do in the F1 2019. I designed on Photoshop, like I said. The base of this helmet is a Red Bull helmet, but then I changed the colors and put some new logos and all that stuff. Maybe I can make a video explaining the meaning of the things that are on my helmet, but today we're going to focus on the career mode and the new camera angle as well for the car. I think it's cooler. Here are the settings for you two guys if you want to try it by yourself. So this is in practice too, and as you can see, we are changing the internal combustion engine, the MGUH, and then we are going to have a new gearbox for this Grand Prix, because 50% of wear is very close to the danger zone. I believe that is 60%, 17%, and I think we couldn't make I think we would get problems in the race. So like I said, like you guys saw in practice 3, when we started the qualifying program, we got a warning of a 5-place grid penalty for the gearbox change. So that was for practice. So let's go to qualifying and attack this car with some anger.
Barcelona, Catalonia, for what's bound to be a really hectic qualifying, as the teams compete to set the best lap times. And I'm here, of course, with Anthony Davidson on what has turned out to be a very pleasant day indeed. No weather to interfere, no problems on the track, so absolutely no room for error.
That's right, Crofty. It's looking good out there at the moment. Each team will have their own game plan for this session, and of course, once the cars leave the garage, they'll be under parc fermé conditions, so any last-minute adjustments need to be done right here and now. Beyond that, it's all up to the driver. Who can keep their tyres in the right temperature? Who can hit their apexes? No race fuel on board these days, of course. These are the fastest cars we've had in a long, long time, and it's right here in qualifying where they're at their absolute peak. Let's get started.
So here we are, guys, qualifying around Barcelona, and this was my first ever race in F1 career mode. Remember that scenario in the Formula 2 Championship. So now we are on our first lap. Just a little bit reminder to you where our career mode started in Formula 2, when we were teammates with Lucas Weber. So heading to the final chicane with the soft tires, beautiful helmet. I can say I'm very proud of my helmet. But we're going to focus on the qualifying lap across the line. It is 21.5, so it put us at the moment in P5, but now we're going to get out for our second and last run. At the moment I believe we are in P11 or something like that. So here we are on our lap, so losing a lot of time on the first corners, because I absolutely nailed on the first lap the first sector. But let's see, through the long right-hander we gained a lot of time, because the track started to rubber in the first lap. We left some time in the table, so let's see, very, very close to the grass, so really pushing the limits of this Toro Rosso. If we can make, let's see if we can make a good qualifying like we did around Azerbaijan. Remember, we did a good qualifying especially because we're going to have a 5-place grid panel, so we have a tons of oversteer, a little bit of an oversteer moment there, so we made us lose a little bit of time, maybe a tenth or two, and now we are not even a tenth up, but we are improving our time still. So heading to the app, and we are getting closer to Lucas Weber, so I hope he doesn't help us up, held us up, because I think he's on an outlap. So through this session is very, very dangerous, especially on that first left-hander, because it's very easy to lose the car. So heading to the final couple of corners, absolutely in the 80 apex, and here we go to the chicane, 80 apex. Make sure that you have a good exit for the last corner. That wasn't the case. It was a little bit sketchy, too much curb. We're going to open the DRS, but we're going to improve by not even a tenth, but it put us in P11. So that was it for qualifying. It's going to be P11, but unfortunately with the penalties we're going to start in P16. Alex Albon doing finally a great job in the Toro Rosso. Finally our teammate showing some pace on round 5 of this championship. So let's see what we can do in the race. I don't promise points in this race because we're going to start down the order thanks to the gearbox penalty. But let's see what we can do, like I said, and let's hope for a good race. Yeah, you're hearing well. My recording system decided to screw me over, and this race is not going to have any sound. But welcome, guys, to the Spanish Grand Prix. Don't worry, I'm going to put a little bit of a good sound in this race. Strategy-wise, is a one-stop, starting on mediums and go to the softs because we didn't qualify on the top 10. So let's turn on this machine. Yeah, what a beautiful sound. Private lights for the Spanish Grand Prix. Let's go in the tractor, and away we go, and let's see what we can do from P16. Remember that we had a gearbox penalty, so let's see what we can do in this tractor, in this Toro Rosso, heading to turn 1, and we are demoted to P18. But let's see what we can do. We're going very, very aggressive. I would like to get some points in this race, but it's going to be very hard. Touching on Kevin Magnussen, so yeah, being aggressive on a driver that is very aggressive, it's okay. I don't know, but I'm going to change the sound, okay? I'm not going to put the tractor in this video for the rest of the video. That will be very annoying, so let's change the sound as we go outside of Sergio Perez, but we couldn't make anything. So let's put another sound. Yeah, that sounds better. Beautiful V10 engine as we go aggressively up on the inside of Sergio Perez, and that was a bit aggressive. We had bad memories from the last race. If you haven't watched, like I said, I recommend to go check it out. But this is for the lead of the race. That is Sebastian Vettel on the pole sitter. I believe it's a pole sitter. Valtteri Bottas on the outside. So let's see when the replays decide to show them both. And Vettel now has the inside. Can he make that move stick? Bottas is still there. He's going to fight back. He has the inside line. So the corner is off the fin. But Vettel is going to try to hold around the outside and gets a better exit. And now he's going to have the inside as well for the right-hander, but before that corner gets the move done and takes the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. And now this is 2 laps later. That is Charles Leclerc on Valtteri Bottas slipstream with the DRS open, and that is a very, very easy move. Made the move even before the first corner of the Catalonia circuit. So a very good race, a strong start for the Ferraris that at this moment are leading the Constructor Championship. But this is us on entering in lap 3. Magnussen is starting to pull away of us, and Sergio Perez is not with DRS at the moment, but here we go, squeezing very, very aggressively. Because you never know what can happen in this race. So we have, despite being outside of the points, we have to defend very hard. But let's see what we can do. Squeeze a little bit, Sergio Perez, and we do so. And we maintain in P16 and the pressing P16 at the moment. But this is for the lead of the race. That is Charles Leclerc overtaking Sebastian Vettel. Very easy overtake with the DRS open, entering to lap 4. And that he takes the lead of this Spanish Grand Prix. But he's still a Ferrari 1-2 on lap 4. But now is our time to go to the first contest, a Ding Dog battle, 3 wide, and making that battle is our teammate Alex Albon, but he remains in P14. So following Kevin Magnussen, we gained some time on turn 3. It's been during this weekend a very strong point for us, trying to go around the outside of Magnussen and maybe Albon, but we just do Magnussen in the process, and we are promoted into P15. So now let's see if we are faster than Albon at the moment. Is that thing that the last corner I can have a strong pace, but in the last corner I don't have enough good exit, enough traction, and that's really penalizing me as Sergio Perez goes above inside of us with the help of DRS, but we hold on the inside and we remain in P5 because the front runners made their stops. The guys on top 10, I believe, in this race made 2 stops, starting on the softs, medium, and then hards. A very weird start, but this is a 3 wide heading to turn 1, above inside of our teammate Albon, and maybe Sergio Perez is going to do so, and he does, because Albon locks up, and Magnussen takes the pieces and overtakes Albon in the process. So finally we are making good progress, but here we go, beginning of lap 11, and Sergio Perez once again with the DRS, that Mercedes rocket ship. That's why I want to invest in the engine in this store also, but we're going to defend on the inside, and at the moment I think we are doing a great job, a great defensive job. But now on lap 11 we're going to pit 3 laps earlier because I don't have any pace in these medium tires, I'm going to be honest, always going in red sector, so I have nothing to lose. I'm outside of the points, so I'm going to try to make undercut, a massive undercut, by pitting in 3 laps earlier. So let's see what we can do. Let's pray if we can gain some positions, but our tires are going to be cold in the first few laps, so that's the reason that I pitted some laps earlier. But this is on lap 14, some guys are starting to make the stops, and I can tell you that the undercut didn't work. We maintained our position virtually. We overtook Magnussen, yes, but Sergio Perez actually gained time and overtook us. So the overcut, I think, is the way to go in today's Spanish Grand Prix. But we are catching Sergio Perez. We are on DRS range. Sorry, we are setting personal best finally. So these tires are starting to get some temperature. And here we go. Slipstream, but it's not enough to catch the racing point. It's very, very fast, that Mercedes engine comparing to the Honda engine. So that's the reason that I'm saying that we're doing a good job on the straights by defending. But here we have a wiggle fishtail on the car, and basically that was just a moment. But this is Nico Hulkenberg that is out of the Spanish Grand Prix, and I think he was doing well in the championship, I believe. And the virtual safety car has been deployed, and you're going to see Nico Hulkenberg on the left side of the track. That's the end of his race in that Renault, and this virtual safety car really came in handy because I needed to save some ERS and some fuel, because I've been consuming a lot to defend these positions. But now lap 19, it's Hamilton that came out of the pits because he made his second and final stop, because like I said, the top 10 guys are making a 2-stop strategy. And there goes Hamilton. We have DRS, but Hamilton has DRS as well. And let's be honest, he's in the Mercedes as Bottas leaves the pits as well. So we're going to let Hamilton through, and he actually locks up a little bit on the outside, on the front left. So for a brief second, I'm going to be honest, I thought I would take the position back, but I decided to back off a little bit. And this is Bottas trying something, and there's Gasly leaving the pits. So we're going to try to defend Bottas in a way to help Gasly. Remember, our objective is to reach Red Bull next year, and we have to be very nice, despite in the last episode being very aggressive in the defending to the Red Bulls. But there goes Bottas, very, very aggressive, squeezed to the inside side of the track. But Bottas on the inside is going to get better traction with that brand new out tires, and he gets P10, only P10. The Mercedes is very down the order despite making a 2-stop, and here we are in lap 25, fast forwarding to lap 25, and we are chasing down. Bottas is still not overtaking this guy, so he's losing a lot of time. He's still in P10 in a Mercedes, so Bottas really struggling with the dirty air. Maybe the Spanish Grand Prix, the Barcelona is not a track that provides great easy overtaking, great racings, but that's very embarrassing, I can say, in the Mercedes in P10 and can't overtake F1.5 cars. But let's see, we're actually sticking with this guy, so we might have a chance to overtake Bottas. That would be like historical, overtaking a Mercedes. But let's see, we are actually close to Bottas, and we had a good exit, and in the last corner our exit haven't been very famous. But let's see, DRS, we are actually gaining something on Bottas, and he's on the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. You can see in the replay shot. We're going to the outside, and let's try to be a little bit late on the brakes to have because we're going to have most track. We're going to make the move on Bottas and Ricciardo as well, and we are promoted into P9. So a brilliant double overtake in a Grand Prix that in the first phase we didn't have absolutely no pace. And Bottas, I can tell that Jeff told me that Bottas had some issues with the Mercedes. So this is Lucas Weber that is in the 2-stop, and we're trying to defend from Lucas Weber. He locks up, so he makes things a little bit easier for us. Remember that for me and Lucas Weber, it was at Barcelona that where our rivals started, and we had to let Lucas by because we had an engine problem. But that's not going to happen in this episode because we are in different teams, we are battling for position, and at the moment Lucas Weber is in front of us in the championship, so we have to defend. We're going to gain just 1 point if things stand like this, but every point is very important. I see in some F1 gameplays that championships and very close at Abu Dhabi. But Lucas Weber on the outside tried to go around the outside, but we fend that's off. We had the inside line, and that was pretty much it. A nice battle with our former F2 teammate and rival, but here we go. Final corner, Max Verstappen wins at the Spanish Grand Prix, so what a strategy from Red Bull, considering the race that started with a Ferrari 1-2, but we're going to finish in P9, starting from P16 in a Grand Prix that it wasn't starting very well, so yeah, I'm very pleased with that, but that race was very hard, I have to admit. In the first half of the race we didn't have any pace, and finishing in with 2 points in the bag was a really rewarding feeling. So yeah, it's a Red Bull back to victories. I have to make the commentary because no coffee, because no sound in the game during the race, so blame my recording system, but that was the race, guys. Really pleased with that. And yeah, like I said, in the Grand Prix where everything was going very bad, but we didn't give up. That was the most important. We turned around the situation, and this one stop was definitely the way to go from mediums to hards. And yeah, it was the way to go, the 2 stop for the front runners. But I think as you can see in the final results, the 2 stop for the midfield runners wasn't the way to go. So P9, 2 points in the back, finish ahead of Lucas Weber and Devon Butler. That was very up the order in the beginning stages of the race. So the season is not going very well for Devon at this moment. I think he just scored points in the Bahrain Grand Prix, I believe. So things are not going very good for the moment. But our teammate, unfortunately, Alex Albon, didn't finish on the points once again. 5 rounds, and it's me carrying the team on the constructors. In the driver standings, it's Ferrari in a league of his own, but Hamilton a little bit closer, and Verstappen as well, thanks to this win. And Bottas drops in the championship because he finished outside the points, actually, because he had some problems with his Mercedes. So now it's the Williams and my teammate to score points, so that's very embarrassing for my teammate. So let's see the constructor standings, and it's Ferrari dominating a little bit. It's a very good margin, 60 points, and then we dropped into P8 because Lando Norris made an absolutely amazing race. And yeah, at the moment we are in P8 and a little bit far for being best of the rest. But that was the episode, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe channel if new to more Formula 1 content. Now it's time to see our R&D tree, and we have a major upgrade, remember, for the engine, getting ready for the Canadian Grand Prix. But now we're going to buy a mine upgrade for the aero department, and it's going to be just ready for the Monaco Grand Prix, the next episode. And we're going to buy another one, and yeah, it's going to be ready for the Monaco Grand Prix. Unfortunately, I couldn't buy a major upgrade for the chassis, but yeah, these 2 minor upgrades for the aero department really going to come in handy for the Monaco Grand Prix, where downforce means everything and the engine is not going to mean that much. And we bought as well an upgrade for the gearbox durability, because we're going to need, because we took a penalty. So I thought, yeah, we're going to buy another upgrade for the gearbox. So this is the upgrade chart that we're going to have in the next few episodes. We're going to have 3 upgrades, but only 2, that is aerodynamics, that's going to matter to the performance of the car. The durability upgrades doesn't influence anything in terms of performance, but yeah, things going smoothly, going in our way, and if these 3 upgrades don't fail, we should be ahead of McLaren. But remember, McLaren is going to upgrade as well. So once again, guys, that was the video. Thank you so much for watching. 2 points finish in a row, so things are starting to get very good. We are settling in. So once again, thank you so much for watching. But now it's time to say goodbye. My name is Smash, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time.